worthy.
Yeah.
We see him play it so often, and we know that he can set a high tempo on it, and we also know that he can also protect his. Oh wow, there's a meme coming with that. He attack, he protect, you know what, etc. etc. But he's playing very well.
It's just a treat to watch. This has been like the highest quality Dota we've seen, I feel like, of the group stage.
Yeah.
And it's not from one of the teams coming in you'd expect. And we get even more high quality Dota coming up next. Basically, the top 3 teams who are going to the upper bracket, we're getting to see them all go up against each other to end the group stage, and it's been amazing.
Yep, we can take a look at those standings because we have got everything decided. Everything that matters is decided anyway. Wait a second. Someone hit that button, please.
Oh, see, this is the graph that I was planning on seeing before the group stage started.
The button wasn't pressed on sort yet. Someone had to still sort because all the scores were correct.
This is by alphabet or something?
Yeah, because Alliance guaranteed out, guaranteed eliminated from the Singapore Major. They came for the group stages and they went with the group stages. A very disappointing result for them, I would imagine. And on the other side, 3 teams are guaranteed in the upper bracket. 2 of those teams came from wild cards. Vici Gaming, Psg.LGD, and of course Thunder Predator there as well, up on top, upper bracket, secured.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of, I think, memeing around NA-EU Dota, but what we're really seeing here is the return of the Chinese region as a dominant region. We haven't seen the best of Europe Secret yet, but 2 slots taken by China in the upper bracket, plus the team who already is there, IG, and it could have been 3. Astra's here with a stand-in. Maybe if they had their full roster, things would have been different for them. They've just been a dominant region.
And do you remember what we said about the Chinese region at TI9 Tsunami?
It was their year and they botched it.
Yes, and everybody was really disappointed. Tears.
Dead game.
Many tears. Because, I mean, they didn't even end that bad, but they were wanting to win.
You either get the championship or nothing.
Exactly.
Even grand finals, I'm sure, would have been somewhat of a redemption for them, but they couldn't even get that.
Nope. They couldn't even get into the top 3 at that one. Right?
Yeah.
I think didn't LGD get 3rd or not?
Oh yeah, LGD got 3rd because everyone was hoping that
yes.
would be the grand finals.
Yes.
Because it would also thrown into question, would there be a 2-time if the LGD was there or not? But didn't happen.
No, but that year itself, the whole region was a little wonky, and this time around, the region is showing up to play. I love to see it, and they just gonna force everybody to try and follow suit. Tsunami, I believe you have a very important message for us.
I have a second message. You used to me only having 1 message, but I've got something for you. You guys know who's sponsoring this tournament? The name that we always keep saying? It's One Esports, my friends. And you know that they have merch available? They have a hunt for treasure going on right now. Win amazing loot in the One Esports Hunt for Treasure contest. Join the raffle now and score loot from these amazing sponsors: Logitech, Secret Lab, Toomey, JBL, that one on the bottom left that I can't quite read, but they're all great.
What? The bottom left is the Singapore Tourism Board.
Oh my gosh, the Singapore Tourism Board. I can't wait to come back and actually perhaps leave the hotel and do some tourism next time I'm here.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool. You know what also would be really cool?
Tell me.
More Dota 2. And we're going to get exactly that with our last series of the group stage. Overall, we're going to get treated to 2 of the top teams here playing. It is Thunder Predator versus Psg.LGD after the break. Here at the One Esports Dota 2 Singapore Major, there's only 2 teams that have not lost a single series 0-2. Only 2. And both those teams are going to the upper bracket. And both of those teams are the teams we're going to watch right here in our last series of the group stage. It is Thunder Predator and Psg.LGD. I'm here with Lizard. I'm here with Gods. And guys, I think this is like the cherry on top, Gods. It's like we know what's happening. All cares Dota.
And it's really cool to see these 2 teams doing so well, because I think it proves that kind of stability kind of matters. With Psg.LGD, they brought in this home core of 4 players, brought Ame back, but it was still that core 4 players. And with Thunder Predator, they've been consistently playing Dota for the last year in their region, online, the few tournaments that exist. These guys, they just keep getting better.
Yeah, I'm sad because I was doing the Chinese region and the SEA region, so that left me a little time to catch up on the other ones. I couldn't really watch too much of SEA because it's just not enough hours in the day to have some sleep as well and watch. But I didn't expect this. I really didn't. No one did. Thunder Predator being so good, it's amazing. I watched this last series. I'm in my room, sunbathing a little bit on the balcony. Look on the side, I'm watching the series. I see that they're just demolishing Vichy Gaming. That second game was something else.
Yeah. It really was, and I think you know, both of these teams, normally, when there's a series that doesn't matter for standings, you might think, oh, you know what, they're just going to chill a bit, try out some stuff. Both of these teams have a gigantic fan base that is going to scrutinize every little thing they do. So they're going to play their hearts out because there's a lot of pride on the line for this one as well. So I don't think there's any kind of resting on your laurels for this one, Gods.
Yeah, I think it sends a statement if you can, if you win this 2-0, maybe you get first in the groups, even if it doesn't affect your playoff matchup, whatever it may be, it's a confidence boost.
Yes.
You're beating the second best team or whatever from the group stage. So I think both teams want to do it for their fans, want to do it for themselves, for their own confidence. And it's just some great practice to play a match against one of the best teams here.
How much confidence do you need Thunder Predator really needs right now?
Oh, they'll take all the... I mean, I guess, like you said, they've already got it all. So.
Yeah, they've already got it, but I'm wondering, like, if you're in that situation, you might be feeling like, okay, guys, this is... In the back of your head, it could be like this is just a fluke, that's all there is. But I just wish that these guys understand that it's not. They've been playing magnificently, and they've shown that they can really match up with the best teams right now in the whole world.
And it's like every player, every time we come into a series, it's like a player I want to highlight is like doing so well and performing, but it always feels like someone different. Like after that performance there, it's like I want to talk about MNZ, Katara, like how incredible his Ursa is, but other games, it's been Frank, it's been the 5 position, like Mars, all kinds of weird stuff coming out.
They're just flexible, right? Like the possibility that you can flex that Mars from the offlane, pick it early, and then put it on position 5 if the matchup is not great.
And I think also previous series really proves that it's not just one style of Dota that these guys are playing. We saw them go with the full force, a run at Vichy Gaming in this case. And we also saw them laid back and being a little bit more methodical in the laning stage and being able to crush it later on. And I think that is just a hallmark of a good team. Also, one of the things that we keep repeating is in a group stage like this, something that you look for in a team to recognize if a team is good is stability, and we've seen a lot of instability from a lot of the teams here, but not from Thunder Predator, because even the games that they lost, Lizard, they still looked good, and they only lost 2 games? 2 games.
Yep,
2 games is all.
You can see that they're always playing their game. You can see those rotations coming from Moose. He's like a clock. Secure the rune, rotate mid at the same time, and they always give him these kind of heroes that are able to accomplish exactly that. Puts the enemy mid on the back foot. However, versus Psg.LGD, they need to be a little bit careful because this team is exactly the same. When you look at Jinkyu, when you look at Innocence, it's pretty much the same deal. These 2 supports will, if he's losing the lane, they're gonna TP in. They're gonna, nothing to say. He's gonna get the salve, he's gonna get the mango, he's gonna get the bottle refill, another salve if necessary. You know, Fate Beyond, however, he is sometimes left alone, but they do secure the lane for him. And because of that, he can play these offlanes like Nature's Prophet and Viper, like ranged offlaners that worked out so well for them so far.
Even the carries I feel like are very similar. Like Ame, once he hits his timings, loves to play aggressive, sometimes too aggressive, doesn't go for the BKB because he's just like, feels unstoppable, but he has that same confidence that you see in MNZ, I feel like. And it is something that to do well at these big tournaments, I think you need to have a lot of confidence coming out from your star players.
Yes, and two of those star players we have in a head-to-head. We have decided to go for the position 4. We have a lot of awesome Earth Spirit games coming out from Moose, and a lot of awesome Tusk games coming out from XinQ. And that feels like over the entire group stage for all the teams, Earth Spirit versus Tusk Gods. That is the position 4 battle right now.
Yeah, I think coming in, I thought Earth Spirit was going to be the hot position 4, but for the most teams, it became Tusk, except for Thunder Predator. Moose has shown that, you other teams may go with Tusk, but I think Earth Spirit's the best 4, and Moose is so far the best Earth Spirit at this tournament.
And probably it should remain that way, because XinQ in the Chinese region, he's the Tusk god. At the moment, everyone else step aside. He completely changes the way teamfight goes because of his snowball saves, blinks in. Early on in the game as well, he has many good rotations with the Tusk. Alchemist first phase pick, all right?
Okay, maybe I was a little wrong when I said that they weren't going to try things out.
Okay, for me, this screams iOS banned, Monkey King second pick, right? If you don't pick it right now, you will not get it afterwards.
The crazy thing is, it's actually Thunder Predator who banned AA, and I think Psg.LGD looked at like, what are they banning AA for? They banned AA? Sure, let's just first overall pick an Elk. They just see nothing, and they just pick an Elk. Well, they just saw the puck, but still. Yeah,
this hero... when it comes to the Chinese and SEA region, hasn't been picked a lot. And why hasn't he been picked a lot? Because he was picked a couple of times, and then everyone just started banning him. We don't want to play against that. That's just a little bit too much for us to deal with. You never know how fast he's going to get that tags. And the problem with Alchemist as well is he dominates the lane. He's not some puny offlaner that's just there to farm up like on mid lane. No.
Level 1 acid spray.
Acid spray into the stun, and you have a good time.
Yeah, they did play the Alk earlier, and they were able to pair it up with the Monkey King. But this time they give priority to the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, it seems teams seem to be deviating away from Earth Spirit Tusk mostly when it's like a really good Nyx game, and they're looking at this like against Phoenix, being able to cancel the Sunray. Occasionally you can catch the puck. I don't think it's like a hard counted puck by any means, but there is that chance you can catch puck if he's orbiting some creep waves with a Carapace and set up a kill.
And this is now Troll, Monkey King, and I would be surprised if Void Spirit isn't the next on the ban list, because even though you have the puck, Void Spirit plus Alchemist is just as scary. It's
the X-Pulse.
Exactly. X-Pulse plus, it's nothing to say. It's pretty much his most played hero, so you really want to get that away from him.
And it's just been the go-to as well. When one team picks puck, you want to have
those spirits,
a spirit who can at least catch the puck. You don't counter the puck, but you have a catch. They actually went for the Ember instead.
That's very peculiar. We have seen a couple of Embers, but I don't think that hero is nearly as important as the Void Spirit, but maybe they have a plan behind it. Troll has been banned out as well. Did they play PL?
Thunder Predator?
Yeah, I don't think so, right?
It's not been, at least as far as the region goes, it was not. They haven't played this tournament, and it was never a go-to pick.
Actually, it's not even picked that. If he's, I haven't seen a single PL so far.
There was one off-stream, I know.
Off-stream, maybe one.
I saw one.
Okay, on this stream, definitely not.
There's been 2 PLs, actually. Just got corrected in my ear.
Because Alliance picked Zeus, and it was against a PL, I want to say, in their final game of the tournament.
Speaking of Zeus, Psg.LGD is also a team that picked Zeus.
Okay.
And that was in their Alchemist game.
Very peculiar. Maybe that Zeus was because either they were playing versus some Terrorblade or PL, or maybe because they were playing against that Prophet. Zeus isn't a hero that's good in the meta, but under certain circumstances, you can pick him. Oh, okay. So this makes... Who knows?
Carry, maybe?
Who knows? Position 5 Mars. We've seen it from Thunder Predator as well. Maybe they just want to take it away from them. But like you said, it just might be some core Alchemist that's not a position 3.
I mean, particularly when you're picking it with AA ban, because that's that hard counter to the carry Alchemist.
Okay, they have to consider now maybe on Thunder Predator even a Morphling who's good versus the Mars in the laning stage. Bulwark is problematic, but he's also one of those heroes that just outright wins the matchup versus Alchemist later on.
They have Nothing to Say has been the one playing Mars mid, of course, quite a bit.
Yeah,
so they have that as a go-to as well. How well does that go against Puck, if that is the mid matchup?
I think the lane is okay, right? But it's hard because you can never reliably kill the puck or catch. I saw Mars versus Puck earlier. It was in the Neon game, and Neon's Puck, the Mars tried a couple times to catch the puck with a spear into arena and just always missed. Very easy to dodge.
Okay, this is a little bit different from PSG.LGD overall. Mirana is in their ballpark. They have played this hero multiple times. Jinkyu has different builds, either the utility or the Yule's Blink catch or even the Aghanims for the damage. But, yeah.
Egg Killer. At least
Egg
they
Killer,
can kill the Phoenix ultimate fairly fast.
Very good point. And now Thunder Predator, they abuse that with the Timber pick. You don't really have, like, Timber, usually when you pick an Alchemist in this meta, has always been banned. And it's not even the lane that he dominates, it's the fact that you can rotate that Alchemist in the... You always rotate the Alchemist to the jungle, and Timber just follows, because you can't kill him. So he can contest those stacks with 1 or 2 teammates very easily.
It has put them in a position where their MNZ last pick, their carry hero, they're going to be facing all carry bans. Like, the carry pool is very small right now.
Yeah. What do we have left? We have
Wraith King.
Wraith King.
Wraith King
they have played.
is pretty
It's
bad.
terrible.
Though. You do not want to ever pick Wraith. That's why
Exactly.
it's not banned, because it's been Thunder Predator's best carry. But when you have Alch, you do not care about Wraith King.
The offlane Alchemist feeds on Scallies. That's the problem. You just put down the acid and you get gold from them. And not only in the lane, throughout the game, you see those Scallies taking a tower. You just go there, you get like 300 gold.
Another hero Minos has been playing is the Weaver. Comes to mind.
Option.
Yeah.
Not terrible actually.
We've seen Mars do pretty well against these ranged cores, though.
Yeah.
I'd almost like rather see kind of like the Jug type heroes.
And there's also still 4 bans to go, so
Yeah,
we'll see what is
exactly.
left behind after that. We got a Viper ban to make sure that there's no break coming out there. PA would have been a good option for Thunder Predator, also removed.
Thunder Predator, they're expecting this to be safe lane or mid lane, perhaps Alchemist, and same for Mars. Because of that, they ban out the Viper, who's also flexible. Obviously, you can put him mid, but exclusively on PSG.LGD, it has been the offlane.
Yeah, and for Thunder Predator, I think you're just like, whether they're picking a mid, an offlane, whatever, you want to pick heroes that can cause Timber Soul problems. Because you pick this Timber, it's a great Timber game so far. There is some lockdown, some catch, but there's no damage to kill him, so having something like the Viper with the break would work wonders.
For sure, you need something versus this Timber Soul, some extra burst magic damage, or that break.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
some
gonna
pure
ask
damage
a dumb
as well.
question. Does Nyx Assassin still have a break?
No.
They got rid of it.
They took it away in that one mini patch. Jug banned out. Yeah.
Oh.
In that one mini patch within and the Wraith King. Okay, they still ban out the Wraith King. Yeah.
Comfort pick.
Yeah. If the player is godlike on the hero and is winning with it, just get it out. Okay, here we go.
Wait. Is this the first lifestealer of the tournament?
It's got to be. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it has to be. I've been following a lot of the games on the side.
Maybe in the
wild
wildcard we've seen one. Maybe in the wildcard, but not sure.
Oh,
they
get Razor into it too.
They counter it hard now.
This is the first lifestealer. That is the 101st hero of the tournament, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so with this Razor PSG.LGD, they have... That's nothing to say Alchemist, right? Yeah. So they definitely do have late game potential with the Alchemist. Alchemist has a really good time on the lane versus Puck, if Puck is mid lane, which is the case. So you should have a very good time there. Later on, you're going to farm up. Razor should cover the weaknesses against the Timbersaw in the lane.
Yeah.
And Mirana will buy a vessel, so they do have ways of winning this.
It was a great Razor pick. It's going to cause a lot of problems. I think there's a lot of pressure on Frank on his Timbersaw to take over this game, because I'm not a big believer in Lifestealer right now.
Okay, but can Frank take over? Will he take over?
I think they have enough answers. I mean, Lizard kind of listed some out there with the Spirit Vessel and the Razor. I'm going to have to go with PSG.LGD for game 1.
Hater.
And you, Shiver? I'll be last.
I am going to go, looking at the draft. I mean, I don't believe in the Alchemist. I'm going to go for Thunder Predator.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that, but PSG.LGD for me as well. I'm gonna go with my fellow analyst. I
hated Shiver. What is this?
There's no hate, I swear.
A little bit of hate, maybe. No, it's
Zero.
So good. You know what? I'm gonna go for good Dota, because the game doesn't matter for standings. I just want to be treated some great Dota, because these two teams have been playing the best Dota so far in the group stage. Let's head over to our commentary duo to enjoy this match together with OD Pixel and Lacoste.
Really looking forward to seeing some top stuff here from the top 2 in the group. And Lacoste, well, what do you make of this? That showing of Lifestealer coming out, very quick response with that Razor. Do you think they'll still be able to make the Lifestealer work?
if they wanted to meme, why not just go for a Pudge or something, you know, something fun, Lifestealer. Definitely not the fun, and it doesn't feel like that good of a Lifestealer game to start with, especially with the Razor pick. The last pick Razor was really on point, you know. I think they're going to have a really good time with the Razor. Also, Alchemist does extremely well against the Puck. Puck's armor is really low. For some reason, Acid Spray lowers your armor by quite a lot, and their duration is 22 seconds for whatever reason. I think that needs to be patched the next patch we get. Seems a bit too OP.
Absolutely. Nothing to say. He's going to be able to farm.
Sorry, 16. I was looking at...
I was going to say, I didn't want to call you out. I didn't want to call you out.
No, it's fine. I'm just making mistakes at the start, so, you know, mid-cast and at the late game, I'm going to be perfect. It's all good.
Exactly. You know, start low, so, you know, keep the expectations low and then come in with a...
Started at the bottom, still there, you know.
We love it down there. There we have it. Game 1. Thunder Predator versus Psg.LGD. So, Thunder Predator coming off a pretty hot last game. Of course, that last series. Let's see if they can keep it going. Or if Psg.LGD is going to bring some problems. It's already. Why? That's going to be first blood for Leo Style. So a very nice little bit of a boost for him as the laning stage will begin. Obviously, Frank, he's going to be taking the mid this game as the Timber. So they have a bit of a better matchup against the Alk.
I love what they did, you know, just switching things around, because Puck has 1 armor. In the Acid Spray, you have -3 armor. You're literally taking 150% of the damage. Top lane, like, it should still be a good lane for Razor. Good stun by Y. A lot of damage. Stolen by Ame.
Yeah. Ame's getting pretty low, though. With the orb, Ame, he nearly goes down there. Playing on the edge of his life. See what sort of regen he's got. Got some tankers. They don't actually have a salve up here on this top lane, so Ame's only going to be able to just slowly regen up, and they can punish that. They come back in with the orb.
He's good. He can try to play a bit more aggressive. Yeah, he has a stick, and also a Fairy Fire. Doesn't even flinch. But yeah, as your position 5, you kind of need to have a healing salve for these situations where, like, you trade and then you can't really, you know, play aggressive for the next 30, 45 seconds if you're just using tangos.
There we go.
Giving away too much.
We got some XDs in the chat. You know, 1 more XD and I'm out.
I'm not gonna try if I can actually write something. I'll
well, you wanted XD back.
I wanted, you know, I just wanted you out.
So mid lane should be pretty good for Frank. You know, he puts an extra point in whirling that or the Timber Chain to close the gap. Nothing to say. Using a healing salve. Needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's chilling. Likes to live on the edge here, Frank. He's not scared of anything. And continuing to farm underneath that Acid Spray to sort of send a message. He doesn't care. He'll take the damage. He knows he's got the regen pumping with the passive.
A new Lifestealer. He's like old Raid King. It's actually an old Nyx, you know. The old Lifestealer where you don't have to use your skills. Like, you can play with the mouse pretty much. You just right-click someone and that's it.
I'll play with the gamepad when I'm playing Lifestealer.
You could. I think that's the hero that could potentially be played with the PS5 controller.
I'll play with voice control. That's how easy it is.
How would you control a hero, like?
Right, up, down.
I would just simplify it for myself. You know, I would just say, make a rampage.
Make a rampage. Top lane. Oh, nice little jump there from Leo Star. Dodging the stun and doing pretty well against that Razor. I mean, already having that 1 kill against Ame. Ame can't really afford to be dying in this lane. Mid lane.
Is there ever a lane where you can afford to be dying?
Not
really, huh?
No. No. There is.
So yeah, take that back, please, so we can, you know, focus on the game. I don't know how strong Lifestealer is. I would put him somewhere closer to the bottom, especially at the early stages. Once he gets the items, he's very annoying to play against. Frank diving in deep on the mid lane, but Ame, yeah, he gets the kill.
Leo Stahl, is he going to be able to get why he is? Very smoothly done there as well, making sure he gets a right click in so that the instance of damage blocked by the Spike Carapace was the right click rather than the damage from the orb. So that he can guarantee that kill safely.
Moose, Smoke on a mid lane, has a 1-1-1 build, so that allows him to... It's mana-consuming build, but you can make stuff happen, nothing to say. In the jungle... Man, love me some jungle heroes.
Who's up? Who's your favorite?
4 minutes in, guys,
Yep.
I can't lane. Playing against Booster, can't lane mid.
Top lane, Moose. He's coming in with a DD gank onto Arme. Arme, he's in a lot of trouble. This hurts. As Moose, oh, he's going to be able to get it. White tries his best there with a stun. The
For a
kill's already
second,
been
it looked
done.
like Y killed him with the stun. Yeah, Leo style, going for Urn of Shadows. I like that, you know, just adjusting the item build a lot because he is playing the side lanes, even though we see sometimes Pucks on the mid lane building that Urn.
Yeah.
It's very hard for anyone to be on the mid lane right now.
MJZ getting gone upon here. Xingqiu's trying to jump in to finish it off. Another stick charge from MJZ and another Fairy Fire. MJZ just baiting him in. As MJZ, he's going to be able to live. And now MNC's able to turn over to Faith Bian, who's dove pretty far. So it's going to be enough to slow. Oh.
It's enough. 3 more hits, I would say.
I think 1 more, 2 more. He's not going to be able to do it. Not quite strong enough to slow it, just level 1.
Yeah, movement's below 25% when that's maxed out, and 50 attack speed, which is pretty okay. Once you get that phase, like it's very hard to run away from it.
Moves with a lovely little ice shard
with
there.
the moves.
With the moves. This man's got the power to move you.
Ah, man, gotta die again.
I mean, this top lane, they're doing an excellent job.
Oh,
Thunder Predator.
moves, nicely done again. Goes back inside.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope this cast is not a snooze festival.
If it is, then the chat will certainly lose out on the entertainment value.
Yeah, you gotta get into those
All right, I better
grooves.
stop before we start getting the booze. 6 for 1. 2K lead. Leo Star's got 6 kills. I just want to say. He's got them all up there. This is a 6-kill puck.
It's also a 6, assist task.
That's true. I mean, both very good, whatever angle you look at it from. Unless you look at it upside down and then it'll look like it's a death instead of a kill. But as long as you're looking at it straight up, bottom lane. Moving over to Faith Bian. Minos, he's ready to dive in. And Faith Bian, he's got to try and run. They've got him. MJZ with a final punch, final ball of fire. 7 for 1, Thunder Predator. They are handling these lanes very, very nicely. Top
Coil.
lane, Leo style. Wants to go for this. There is a stun. Or phase shift baited out. And now Arme's in with the static link. See if Leo style can get himself far enough away. He can. He's more than fine. He's got a Fairy Fire. He's got a stick. He's not scared at all.
What's up with the Fluffy Hats and Nyx Assassins? Like, they just love the item.
They do. I think, yeah, especially Psg.LGD, we see a lot of their players really tend to sort of try and fit them in. So
I think
very much
Mind
rate it
Control
highly.
started it, started this whole thing.
Yeah.
With the Fluffy
It's
Hats.
caught on. It really has. It's the current fashion. Very hot right now. There's nothing to say. Moves. 1 more hit. Has he got it in him? Shard will do it in a few seconds.
Jukes,
Or...
nothing to
oh,
say,
very
but,
nice.
he
Nothing
also has the moves.
Well, nothing to say, nothing to see. Couldn't find him there.
Move along. Puck is level 6, no coil. Going straight into Spirit Vessel, which is going to be great against the Alchemist.
Yeah, always an essential. There's nothing to say. Going for that Battle Fury build-up, of course. No surprise to see. He's wanting to get his farm on. It's top net worth at the moment, but not by far. Not as far as you want to be as an Alch mid. As pretty much Frank, Leo Style, and even Minos nearly just as farmed as the mid Alchemist so far at 8 minutes in. It's Frank bullying them underneath the tower. Psg.LGD, they have to bring 3 in to deal with this aggression of Frank.
That they can't kill him. Like, these 3 heroes just cannot kill him. Even if towers are hitting him, he's way too tanky. With just 4 points in reactive armor. Going into Hood, everything they have pretty much is magical damage anyway. Nyx Assassin's Vendetta doesn't even apply break anymore. Mid tower, Moose will get the last hit.
Faith Beyond. He's getting gone on Frank. I mean, they're just sort of, they're playing so much in the faces of PSG.LGD. They're just over in their triangle. Thunder Predator, they're not giving PSG.LGD any sort of space to do anything. This is just full control from Thunder Predator. It's in the base.
He's in. He's
Frank?
near the tier 3 tower. Like, this is the perfect hero for Frank to tank. Like, if someone can tank that much, it is Timbersaw. Ame.
Good old Frank.
Easy pickup.
You can always rely on Frank. Frank. I mean, he doesn't die. He's not dying to this. Maybe if Y gets the stun.
He's out of mana, has a magic wand in a second,
I mean,
then
Moose
a soul
is heading
ring.
over. Can Moose help him?
Snowball. Use the snowball.
Oh, that shot though! Oh, that was beautiful. Moose! My goodness, this boy comes out with play after play today. Moose saving Frank, Leo style.
Tanks the arrow
That's
for the
not
Frank.
That's
but
Frank's job. I mean, I don't know why Leo style went in, but he did.
even if you use the snowball there, like the regen would kick in. His regeneration per second is 45. With the snowball duration, like you get almost 200 HP back. It's incorrect, Matt, but you know, I like to round up the numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. But Leo style dying there. I mean, they sort of just jumped in. I guess it maybe sort of took a moment to take his hands off the keyboard to give a clap for Moose, and then next thing he knew, he was in the middle of it all. But after a 6-0-0, it's KDA getting hit a bit there with that one death, but ready to get back out on the map. The three of them, Leo Star, Moose, and MJZ. Supernova is up. See what they can do with this.
Smoke. Moose still level 5, even though he's involved in 8 kills. Frank just being in the middle, being annoying. Mars needs 1 CS to be level 6. Lifestealer going for Battle Fury. How do you like that?
Wait, what? Oh,
he's cosplaying Siege Creep unit right now.
Hey, mid lane, look at this go here. Straight on top of nothing to say with a Supernova. My goodness, the Alk didn't stand a chance. And now with the coil holding Faith Beyond underneath the Supernova stun, they're going to head over towards him. Frank cuts down a second. Double kill for Frank. As they will lose Moose in return. Jinkyu and Y get the Tusk in return. Full aggression continues from Thunder Predators. They're just set on taking these fights deep behind the tier 2s.
That was such a great move, actually. You know, them smoking behind the Timbersaw, who's playing between tier 2 and tier 3 tower. Timber chain away, arrow misses. Symphony of skills. Stun also misses. Pretty electric, I would say. You remember that song? We're Electric? Maybe you don't. It's from, I think it's from like Dota 1, maybe start of the Dota 2 days. Like a lot of,
it's one of those original sort of highlight compilation
Yeah.
soundtracks that was used a lot. A lot of electricity this game. We've got Razor on one side.
On the other side, we have... What do we have on the other side again?
Well, we have the team itself, sir. Thunder Predator. Can't get more electric than Thunder. Actually, wait, is Thunder electric? Yeah, it must be, right? It looks
Pretty
like
sure it is.
It looks like it.
It looks like it. You know, we'll just go with it.
So, I'm sure there's a big power plug up in the sky shooting out the thunder.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
This is like scientific cast. You learn about Dota. You learn about nature, physics, math.
You don't even need to go to school. You just need to sit here and watch us. Listen to us.
Don't go to school.
That is
listen.
terrible advice, kids.
No. We're not going to go there. Get some education.
Get some education. And then you can be smarter than us.
Yeah, you just have to finish the 2nd grade and you got it.
Is that after the 1st grade? Here we go in the jungle. Leo Star rolling over. They've got the Dream Coil down onto the 2. They're taking out the Razor. They'll lose Moose. They don't care. Mars. Faith Beyond puts up the shield. He starts to back away. Leo Star's in on top of them, and the magic damage between the 2 of them. It's going to slowly burn Faith Beyond down.
Spear. Yeah, that will not do it. Urn of Shadow will finish off the job.
14 for 5, Thunder Predator.
Do you know what's active from Urn of Shadows called without looking?
Burn of Shadows?
Now, Soul Release.
That was close. They'll change it next patch.
So yeah, 4K gold lead for Thunder Predator. They're making some aggressive moves around the map. They've taken Tier 1 tower on the mid lane, Tier 1 tower on the top. Timbersaw going for the Lotus Orb, which is a sick item against...
great.
Yeah, you just want to protect your Lifestealer with it, you know, the static link. That's your job, because Razor has one job. Use it on the Lifestealer, pretty much. Battle Fury almost done. Why is it called Battle Fury anyway? Like, if you're farming, shouldn't it be called, like, Farm Fury?
I don't know, but every time I buy it, my teammates get pretty furious.
Battle Furious. Alchemist, also his Battle Fury done, on top of the 2 bracers going into S and Y. Pretty standard stuff. Get some status resistance, that HP regeneration amplification.
Oh, Frank. The shards. Oh, moves again. Oh, ho, ho. These shards, they're just the creme de la creme of shards here from Moose. Beautiful placement every single time. He traps them out. They can't run. They cannot run here. Now White, he's trying to, but Frank's on top of him. Dream Coil down. They're not messing about. They want the kill. They get the kill. 2 more here for Thunder Predator. As the movements continue, the pressure stays on.
Nicely done by TP. Lifestealer still, you know, not joining any fights, just farming the Ancients, farming the Triangle with that Battle Fury, going into Yasha, which is okay, wants to be able to be more speedy, get away from Razor's static link. Timbersaw, Lotus Orb done. I see Guardian Greaves. I press like, because you just want to be, you know, tanky enough, extra mana regen. You're playing against the Nyx Assassin as well. A lot of overtime damage coming out from that Spirit Vessel and the Phoenix. I think Phoenix just finished off the Veil, so that's going to help out quite a lot. A lot of magical damage. Oh, Supernova.
Oh, it's a little far away. But not that it matters, as Moose and Frank seem to be doing it on their own. Sunray comes out. MJZ didn't even need to be anywhere close with the Supernova. The job is still a successful one, as Arme still goes down. Thunder Predator just continuing to make this game 1 so far look pretty easy. I mean, sure, it's only 4K lead, but I say only, that's definitely more than it seems.
Because there's an Alchemist on the enemy team.
So
exactly. So
it's more like
if you had to choose a number, 50, okay, you just added a 0.
Added a 0.
I would, you know, maybe round up at 10. Pot, getting caught. Done.
Finally, sort of Psg.LGD able to make a move themselves like that. Moves. So he's going to need some backup. It's coming in. Frank's heading over. Xingqiu, Y, and Faith Beyond. They're sticking around. Actually, Frank's TP is going to be put to a stop. I believe probably cancelled in the mid lane. As MJZ comes down instead. No Supernova, though, as MJZ will dive away.
Has a healing salve. But the Urn. Moonlight Shadow. Lifestealer. Yeah, you don't have any abilities. You can't really do much. You can just try to right-click, rage. We'll get a kill on Nyx Assassin at least.
More money for the farm of Minos.
Frank has just been sitting on a mid lane pretty much forever.
It's Frank. Just gonna get the Lotus off, so Concoction is gonna be quickly sent back over towards Nothing to Say. They'll get the link going. Frank is on the escape, and he's got the backup. Moose comes over with a snowball. They're straight onto Arme. Arme just blown up at the front of it all. Psg.LGD not with the means to be able to protect him. Thunder Predator have so much burst with the lead that they have.
Like, even with the Spirit Vessel on Mirana, it's gonna be very hard to kill this. Timbersaw has a way of dispelling things once he gets that Guardian Greaves, which, you know, he still needs like 5 minutes to finish off. It's a costly item. So second way of dispelling things, some extra mana regeneration, which is gonna be nice. And Lifestealer, he keeps farming.
Oh, Spike carapacing the Cleaver, the Battle Fury to try and set this up. Y, Arena's down, but Minos, he's already popped the raise. They head over with the snowball straight over towards Y. TP's coming in for Psg.LGD. Y, he's going to be able to live here with the final tick of the Spike carapace, but they'll get the burst.
This is a good Supernova.
It's holding the high ground here. Psg.LGD, they've got to really consider if they want to stay fighting around here. Infest keeps him alive as Minos is able to jump into moves, survive for this as they'll move on, diving up towards the tier 3. The Sunray burning down Faith Beyond as 4 dead on LGD. Once again, Thunder Predator proving that this game, it's just impossible for PSG.LGD to fight back into this line.
They're so fast to react to what's happening on the map. Good try from Y, you know, use that carapace on the cleave, but Timbersaw says, bro, come inside of me, I'll protect you. Lifestealer hops in with the infest, and now after he finishes that S and Y, like those stuns are not gonna matter that much. The extra status resistance will kick in, he will be a bit more tanky, hits level 15, extra 25 damage. Like this Lifestealer is having a really dream game, even though, you know, he's playing into Razor.
Tier 2's finally taken out here. Frank finally decides, you know, he's done sort of fighting behind it. He'll push it down with the creep wave. Got the BKB out on nothing to say, but still very hard for him really to have any sort of impact in these fights. 0, 1, and 0. It's been a very unimpactful game so far from the Alchemist. Just over on the side of Thunder Predator, they're just getting so much done. Into the Roche pit they head. Frank still keeping the attention away from that area, pushing him mid. PSG.LGD, they've got to make a decision if they can even try and get over it. And they're not going to be able to. It goes down too quickly.
Going down too fast. Y scouting things out. Tusk already has a Blink Dagger, so he can be the one, you know, creating the saves inside the Mars Arena when they initiate on someone, plus Infest. Like, they have so many ways of protecting each other. Sunray is maxed out on top of that. They're relying so much on the Alchemist. Like, in terms of net worth lead, like, it's going down because Alchemist is still farming, nothing to say, nothing to be involved in as well. 0-1-0 score. But he will be fight ready soon.
And they still can't deal with Frank mid. Frank has just lived his life right underneath the tier 3 tower. He's even diving it. He's looking for Faith Beyond. Beyond will be able to save himself, pushing Frank back with the spear. Elsewhere, Minos, he's killed off Arme. And over towards the base, nothing to say is trying to turn up.
This could be a bit problematic. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
maybe. Sunray keeping him alive.
They're healing him up. He's going to be able to get
he
the
still
launches
has
off.
It
He's
good.
fine. Frank is going to live. The Dream goes out onto the 3 of them. The Supernova as well.
Could.
Frank's still alive.
I want to pop
up
it.
for nothing to say. The Snowball picks up Frank. Frank, he'll live. You can't flank the Frank.
You cannot. Passive put. He didn't even flinch. Did not want to pop it, even though it's 75 mana. Moose. He can't get out of this one, can he?
Oh, I think he can. He
Snowball
just turns,
plus a Blink Dagger. Okay, he's okay. Like they're
just nobody's dying on Thunder Predator.
As I said, you know, they're keeping everyone safe. Multiple saves. Infest, Sunray, Snowball. Dealt some damage on the tower. They don't have too much tower damage at the moment. Like, Lifestealer needs to get another item, another 2 items. I love that build. I've seen, I believe it was Navi's carry player. Like, I'm not sure if it was like the current Navi roster that is playing right now. When he was playing against the Alchemist and I believe Morph, like Armlet into Scotty, just to cripple both of them. Like, the regeneration is so good and extra slow.
Look at Minos. He's just running straight in. He knows he's going to have the backup of Leo Style. It comes in with the silence onto the 2 of them. Jump forward from Moose onto nothing to say. That's the out. Dead and gone for 50. Over towards why they turn. It's a good stun onto the 3 of them. The arrow comes out. It will stun Moose, but the heals are there from this Phoenix. Just Sunray every time from MJZ. Keeping them topped up. And not in a position for PSG.LGD to ever be able to commit and actually finish anybody off.
I feel like PSG.LGD is not playing Dota. They don't have the answer for this. Timbersaw.
Leo Star, he's going in. Faith Beyond will turn with the arena. It's a swing and a miss.
Leo Style pretending he's AFK. Look at that one. I love that.
Is he actually?
He is.
No,
He is.
just
Check
standing there. Oh my goodness. And they're feeling it right now. And he's going to jump back in. Dream calls out. They take out Y. They beat up Faith Beyond.
I believe this might be it.
Yeah,
they're calling it. Nothing they can do anymore in this game. Like, they got outplayed so hard. Like, this Timbersaw was causing so many issues. Like, no real response. And I love that smoke behind the Timbersaw when he was playing so aggressive. They get surprised. Just some nice stuff. Like, Thunder Predator as a team looks super crispy, even though they are already, qualified for the playoffs. They're still giving 100%. They want to win each and every single game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is just a continuation of this incredible level of Dota that Thunder Predator have been bringing out time after time here. It's not stopping it, and we're going to get to see one more game. See if Psg.LGD can deal with this sort of pressure, this power that they're playing with. This game ending 31-7. Thunder Predator, as you said, just complete control pretty much throughout that, not just the second half, pretty much throughout the whole game, as they'll take game 1 against Psg.LGD.
You just can't pick an Alchemist and think that's going to work out.
Shiver knows.
Thunder Predator is going to be smarter than that. They're going to change their lanes accordingly, and they're like, you know what? Your Alch is just poor. He wasn't that poor. He actually did get some money at the end. I'm here with Lizard and Gods. And Gods, this game went the way of Thunder Predator. Why did you think they were not going to do it?
The one player I think I highlight was Frank just kind of getting off to a good start and just taking over the game, and he kind of did just that. At like 8 minutes in, he's behind the tier 1 tower, tanking creep waves, 3 heroes there trying to deal with him, and he was just this unstoppable Timbersaw because something Liz mentioned is the way they set up the lanes.
Yeah, the lanes really did not favor Psg.LGD at all, and that's where this game completely crumbles for them. It's bad to say, yeah, they lost the lane, they lost the game, but this game didn't really last a long time, and that's because of the laning stage. Puck and Tusk going top lane, Thunder Predator realized that they need to dodge the Alchemist matchup. They put the Puck on top lane versus Razor, which is very good for Puck and Tusk. And then they put Timber versus Alchemist mid, which is very good for Timbersaw. Which is why you saw Frank that cannot be flanked. Owen said, he's just going in. He doesn't care. Look at this. Tier 4 he's diving. The problem really comes from the laning stage and from the fact that Puck was 6-0, minute 7, minute 6, something like that. So
the moment that the lane switched, I heard you both saying, okay, you know what, that's really smart, making sure the Timber is up against the Alchemist. Why didn't Psg.LGD swap it again?
I just think they weren't ready for it for a little bit. There is definitely a slight element of experimentation. Psg.LGD just first picking it up. We haven't seen that. I think they are just trying to understand Alch as a hero. How good is it? Can it be played as a carry? Does it need to be an offlaner, as we've seen some teams run it? And the other thing I think that was very kind of unorthodox for Psg.LGD is Ame. He was playing a Razor. That's just not being an Ame hero. Razor typically has been a mid laner, I'd say. At least that's where it's looked best. And Ame's look best on carries. Yeah.
It's a really good answer. You can see why you would pick Razor. You're playing versus Lifestealer. You're playing versus Timber. It's not that bad, really. But they just couldn't start this game. They couldn't even start it. Yeah, Alchemist was farming, but that's not it. You need your Razor to do well. And most importantly, you need a Timbersaw to not just be stomping. Because once he starts diving, you could see it. They had no ways of killing him.
Yeah, he was just too darn tanky. Great draft coming out from Thunder Predator. Do you guys feel like with the first phase out, it was a little experimental then? Are you going to pin it on that? Is that the reason Psg.LGD lost?
It's all the reason they lost. I mean, we talked about how the game kind of fell apart in lanes. I think it was going to be a rough game for them, even if maybe the lanes didn't go quite perfectly. But some aspect of trying something different, I think it was just a number of factors. They didn't play their best Dota. The lanes didn't go well. They were trying something new. I think they still learn from this game a lot, and we're going to see some of those adjustments in Game 2.
Swapping the lanes definitely could have saved them at least a little bit. Alchemist would have hit his timing a little bit faster. Timber wouldn't be able to dive as early as he did, but Thunder Predator can't take anything away from them. Yet another very clean game from them.
Definitely, and also I think a clean choice for MVP in Frank. His Timbersaw was on point, and very well-deserved MVP. He crushed it. Obviously, he got set up for success. That helps. You get put mid against an Alchemist that you can bully time and time again.
Didn't you play these pop games in which Timbersaw is playing against you and then he's just diving, standing between your tier 2 and tier 3 10 minutes in?
What are you going to do?
Yeah, and you can't do anything to it.
And I think you're like me. You're a support player mostly, too. When you're a support and you see this Timber who's just unkillable, you're like,
you're a mid laner.
What do I do?
Help me. You're like, what am I going to do?
He's already got max reactive. I'm a support who's level 3 or level 4. What the hell are you meant
Your
to
mid laner is pinging him. Your carry is threatening that he's going to destroy his items because you're not there. This Timbersaw, he breaks your soul, not only the towers.
And they brought 3 heroes mid. Both supports rotated, and they were just watching Timber cut the wave. It was it's a feeling of helplessness that
Yes.
is miserable.
I don't think we're going to see that again. I think that Psg.LGD
Hey,
is
Swole is-
going to stick to what worked for them before, not first phase Alking. And even if they were, I think they're going to be better prepared this time around. Or rather, I hope they will be. We're going to find out because Game 2 is right around the corner. Stay tuned for our final game of the group stages here at the One Esports Dota 2 Singapore Major. Suffer their first 0-2 here in the group stages of the One Esports Dota 2 Singapore Major at the hands of Thunder Predator. Or will they be able to tie and avoid that defeat? We're going to find out. We're ready for Game 2 here of the final series of the group stage. Everything is already decided. Everything that is on the line here is Pride Gods, but that is an important thing.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be able to tell a lot from Psg.LGD from how the draft starts, whether or not they're going like all out or not. I think the other thing to factor in is this has been a grueling 4 days for Psg.LGD. They went through the wild cards. Now they're at the end of the group stage. They may just be ready to focus on the playoffs. They've got to, obviously, of course, play this last game, but they may just be looking to pick whatever.
Both of these teams have had so many games in the last couple of days that it's difficult to see them going and playing the same level of Dota like in the previous series, especially because it doesn't really mean anything. But again, first international LAN in a really long time.
Yeah.
You're representing your region. There is a little bit of that.
You got to take everything that you can. Also, for people at home, this is the last game of the group stages, but you want to stick around because after that, we're going to, of course, find out who's going to play what. Who's going to play who, rather. We're going to find out who's going to play what in the draft in a second, but who's going to play who tomorrow in the playoffs. And that's something you want to stick around for. So make sure that, got your agenda cleared already for the next bit, because that's going to be very exciting. There's 5 teams sitting in their hotel rooms at the moment, watching every game, trying to research all the games that have been played over the last 2 days. Last 4 days, actually, because 2 of the upper division teams or upper bracket teams are coming from the wildcards. They've got a lot of study material, actually, Lizard.
I feel bad for all the analysts and coaches that need to go through everything. Like, I've seen Blitz. He's been complimenting Jabs as their analyst and the one that prepares a lot. Jabs, good luck, buddy. Like,
he's up in time, you know. He's in Europe, obviously. I saw that he was at least staying up.
Yep.
About an hour from now, they can at least hone in on their one opponent.
Yes.
If you're an upper bracket team. The lower bracket teams, they will know who
The 2 teams. They have 2 teams to narrow down to, depending on who drops where. But yeah, those upper division teams, they're studying a lot of Dota at the moment. I mean, it's good Dota to watch as well. So I'm not gonna feel bad for them. This is their job, you know. It's been a while. They should be excited about this. Like, we are excited for this. So let's talk about game 2. Or sorry, Lizard, what do you want to say?
I've seen so many tweets and Reddit posts and whatnot. There's always that one guy that says like, but they're professionals. This is what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be doing. And then they're like, but I play 10 games a day. 10 pubs is not the same. Like,
okay, we got our answer.
As I said, this is the kind of game we're getting.
Is
Okay,
it
wait.
Psg.LGD, one of the 2 teams, Navi and Psg.LGD, that actually play techies?
Yeah, exactly. So
unironically.
It's a meme, but it's also not a meme. Like, they play techies, but they don't first 2.
I mean, we do have a first pick, Shadow Fiend and Earthshaker as well. I think there's a little bit, like, I see he's wearing a face mask, but that is smiles all around.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I'm pretty sure what happened is Leo Styles like, pick me SF. And then he doesn't want to play the team. As soon as that first band TA comes out, like, you're in for a bit of a fun game.
I just love how Parker is like, all right, Decky, his hands behind his head, slouching in the chair instantly. He is like,
do we have to analyze this draft? You know, like,
yes, we do.
Okay, well, I'm not going to.
That's your job.
Picks.
Aren't you a professional, God?
Yeah, it's 5 series a day.
I'll give this one to Liz.
Is 5 series a day too much for you? Like, what's happening here? All right, so. Jinkyu is a scary techies player, and sometimes when teams see that it's a good techies game, they do ban it against Psg.LGD. So anything is possible. This most likely looks like a Fate Beyond Nature's Prophet Offlane in position 4 techies with position 5 Tusk. Thunder Predator, Oracle.
Yeah.
Is this going to be some cheese?
A Husker?
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. I must say, there's in terms of bans, Thunder Predator is going a little bit more crazy compared to Psg.LGD with the Pudge ban, the Ricky ban.
Templar Assassin in the first phase ban as well. Okay, but that's because of the SF, right? But yeah, Pudge ban is peculiar and definitely not gonna step away from that. Sometimes you just have to enjoy yourself and have fun with the game that you're playing, because
they know all the, like you say, all the teams are sitting watching this game, waiting to see the playoff bracket get drawn, and they're like,
maybe not all of them are watching right now. Maybe some of the analysts are asleep, you know, and then in the morning, they wake up, they see, oh, techies picked. Okay, guys, you have to ban techies.
They're going into bonus time. You know what else? We can't pick Punch. So what do we do instead?
Yeah, it's hard now. After that Pudge ban definitely took.
They're getting the techies combos.
Yes, I was gonna say, either you hook people onto the mines or you skewer them in. Yeah. There you go.
Venge swap is another one. Maybe you go run some carry Venge.
True.
One thing that you have to remember, that they're not stepping away at all from their comfort zone on Psg.LGD. So even though Thunder Predator, they're banning the Pudge and whatnot, this is definitely something in Psg.LGD's valley, like the alley.
Wheelhouse.
Yeah, you think we would see this draft in the playoffs? You think we'd see them pick Mag Techies in the playoffs, is what you're saying? Because I'm not buying it, Lizard. I'm not buying it.
If anyone would do it, it would be Navi and Psg.LGD, right?
If there is a Techies.
Yeah. They like their techies, but Magnus techies, okay, it's a bit of a meme.
a little bit.
Yeah. And Thunder Predator, they also aren't messing around. Yeah, they did ban out some heroes that are unconventional, but
if they had picked like Pango in the first 2 with like an Oracle and then gone, if this was their final draft and you saw a different pick order, you'd be like, yeah, this is a legit normal draft.
Yeah.
They're not totally memeing. It's very clear Leo Style just wanted to play some SF and told his captain, pick me SF this game. I wanna, do something for the fans.
It's not a hero that's completely out there. Like SF, we have seen him picked a couple of times. It came back after that Prophet resurged because it's a good counter pick on the mid lane. But yeah, as first pick, first phase, and then followed by a Shaker, it is a little bit,
He saw Ori play against him, and he's like, we lost this SF. Yep. I want to do a little myself.
So Psg.LGD, this should be their carry as last pick.
Yeah.
They need something that's decent against Troll. They could go for something ranged, some Drow maybe, even if they want to really spice things up.
Don't they want an empower target, though?
Yeah,
that's true as well.
With a
that's definitely very true.
PA still in the pool. Juggernaut. PA Juggernaut are the two that are...
Jug is pretty great, yeah.
And you got the techies to delay the game, so you need some hard carry here.
Just pick our Corden, lol. Go super late.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Well, they're both not going home. They're both going to upper bracket, but in this game specifically, they're using up all their bonus time as well. I actually see a lot of pensive faces.
Yeah, they're very,
he's
very...
smiling.
Yeah,
he's pensive, but he's smiling. He's already thinking about what he's having for dinner.
Yeah. I don't know when all these players were finding time to eat in between some of these games, by the way.
It's insane. It's probably, if you see someone feeding, he might be grabbing a snack. 5 more seconds. Yeah,
if you see a team using up all their bonus time, it's like someone is finishing their meal.
That's definitely not your empower hero. As far away from that as possible.
It looks also like it's going to be a...
safe lane Nature Prophet. Yeah, offlane OD. So they have some setup now with the blast off, right? You have imprisonment into the blast off, which is pretty neat, but yeah, Psg.LGD's draft with this last pick does not look very convincing.
Okay.
What do you mean? You're not going to predict the techies to win, Lizard?
Of course,
it's your region.
Of course I
You've
am.
been for 8 weeks. You've been covering the Chinese region. You're not going to go for them?
For 8 weeks, I've been covering them, and I've seen 0 techies.
They were saving it for
They
the
were
right
saving
time.
it for the major, and because of that, I'm 100%
Too late.
going
It's
with
decided.
It's decided.
All right, Shiver.
I have no power
heads
here.
Or tails? Heads or tails?
Do you have a coin?
No, just you call it. I've already tried. Heads or tails? No.
Heads.
Okay, heads is Thunder Predator. Good. Thunder Predator, lock me in.
I'm going to go for the same.
You would have said that no matter what.
No, I chose which was heads, which was tails.
All right. Well, we're going to find out how this techies game is going to play out. Is it going to have a 100% win rate here, or is it going to have 0% win rate? We're going to find out together with Lacoste and ODPixel.
Yeah, techies Lacoste. We're getting to see it here, coming out from Psg.LGD, of course, one of the teams that is known to have quite the techies player in XingQ. Thunder Predator going to be ready to deal with this. Because Thunder Predator, they laid some big confidence out here.
They
First
did. But
let's go.
Remember, like usually techies does not have any kind of steroid. This game, Empower from Magnus, I don't think they can stop him.
Oh, there we go. That's the real empowered target that the panel missed up upon. And I mean, overall, how much do you think Thunder Predator got away with the first pick SF? Like, do you see some of these heroes on Psg.LGD and think, hey, you know what? This hero is going to cause troubles for the Shadow Fiend down the line?
Tusk. Yeah, Tusk and Earth Spirit, they're two best heroes that you can have against the Shadow Fiend. Easy to go on him, ton of damage.
Oh. XingQ. I found him. He's going to try and get away, but the fish is up.
Moves. Gets the first blood.
Oh, and the XD's coming out again. I'm out.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm just thinking, I'm glad that Techies dies. I'm a big Techies hater. I'm just having, some flashbacks whenever I see that little fella. And it's not the good flashbacks.
No.
So yeah, they have Fate Beyond playing OD. Great setup with Astral Imprisonment for Techies Blastoff. He's going in again. 2-man silence.
So they can kill MJZ. Oh. Accepts his fate. He knows he can't run. He knows he's done for. He knows. TP cancel there, makes his way straight up towards the top lane. He's going to start very low on the HP. He's got tangos, no salve. No salve, but maybe brought out to the lane by MJZ. Yep, he's got a salve. Good to go for the lane. some of these lane setups. So the mid Magnus coming back here from nothing to say. How do you think it's going to do? Do you sort of rate Magnus in the mid matchup?
Magnus is going to farm, but so is SF. SF has a free farm. Like, you keep bringing those mangoes, keep spamming the wave. He has a bottle queued up. Shockwave will secure that last hit.
Very nicely timed. And the army, the carry profit. I've seen some of this before. You're happy to see it here?
I don't recall. I just don't recall Ame playing Nature's Prophet. Most of the time when they picked the Prophet, it was played by Fate Beyond, like this is his go-to hero. But Ame just playing the Juggernauts, playing the Monkey Kings, pretty much morphling whenever he can get a hand on that. But I don't recall seeing Nature's Prophet.
Frank. Not able to get too much out of this lane so far. Why? I've kept him pretty much well away from the creep wave. Top lane on the other side of things. Faith Beyond. A bit of a better time, at least able to get some damage in onto Minos. Still hard to do though. Again, just having MJZ on his Oracle keeps this lane very safe and robust for Minos.
A lot of, like, this lane is super strong. It's been strong for a long period of time. They're going on Fate Beyond. He still does not have a point in Astral. Should I be able to kill him? Silence from the Xin Q. Such great impact from techies there. Hiding in the shadows, using Blast Off. It's a ton of damage. Then using the healing salve. We'll see how it's gonna go, but Troll should have a free farm here.
Shinku, at least able to interrupt this pull that MJZ's trying to get going. Still doesn't matter too much. Position wave isn't bad. Mid lane. Nothing to say. Has got the ball out. Start keeping the raise stacks up. Making things a little tougher. Nothing to say to step up, but even so, nothing to say doing a very good job at.
Yeah, he's farming even though like it's not Mag favorite matchup. He's still getting the most out of it. Someone will need to try to secure the rune for him because it will be pretty big. I don't think he wants to bring any extra region to this lane. Possibly one set of tangos, but that's it. They really don't benefit from Empower. You know, in terms of cleave, yeah, damage is okay-ish on Nature's Prophet, but that's it. Except for techies. Like techies, I could go all day about it, you know, how he's good. Like level 25.
He'll get there. No, that's the plan.
Eventually.
You know, you pick techies, you're hoping to get that.
Where's that meme coming from? Why is it 252 damage? Why is it not 250? Where does that 2 come from? Because it was 250,
It was. I mean, there must be some really sort of big brain next level meme reason for it. It's the only excuse. Mid lane, Leo Style, he's wandering in for the kill. TPs are coming in. Zwy will turn up. Leo Style will turn. Getting skewered under the tier 2. Can he get the kill in time? He can't. Leo Style goes down. PSG.LGD turn their attention over towards Moose as well, as they'll be able to get the 2 of them here.
That was such a nicely done move by Nothing to Say. He was waiting with the skewer for a very long time and then goes to the tier 2 tower, gets some extra armor, gets some extra region, now picks up the bottle rune. Picks up the bottle rune. What's that even mean? He picks up the rune with the bottle. And yeah, he's level 5.5. Whenever Tusk rotates, it like should be a kill. He's a bit low on mana on Tusk, because if you go 1-1-1 build, like you need to have mangoes, you need to have clarities running.
Top lane as anticipated, just no struggle for Minos.
For a second, I checked the bottom lane. I'm like, you know, Old 11 is struggling on Pango because that's pretty much all he plays. Like I've seen, he's not even in this game.
It's top. Faith Beyond. Each time, yeah, they try and get a go on him, but they've got to be very careful, especially as low as they are. Xin-Q, be ready to jump them if they commit. Bottom lane. Nice Fisher there from Moose as Arme just walks a little too close. Top lane, Xin-Q will get the kill. Cost him his life as Minos is able to pick him up, trying to run down Faith Beyond, but why? In with the rotation, and on top of the troll. Bit of of a missed chance from the Axis. Finds some time for Minos, but he can't run from this. The Astral from Faith Beyond. Oh,
he's alive! Raindrop actually keeping him alive, and the sidestep dodge.
Oh, he did. I didn't expect that. He didn't expect that. I guess that he didn't check for the raindrop. I didn't check for the raindrop. I guess Faith Beyond didn't check for the raindrop.
You didn't check for the raindrop? I can see you, Owen. You have hands behind your back.
Well, that raindrop. I mean, Faith Beyond,
and now they get a kill.
Yeah.
Like, this is pretty
goodness.
fogged.
And mid lane, RP being dropped down onto Leo style. The follow-up jump from Jin-Q. He'll get the kill done. Down bottom, aggression from Thunder Predators. Frank's diving in. Wants Arme, he'll get it with a swashbuckle. Snowball comes out from Y. He'll manage to bring down Frank.
Level 5.5, like, he will get closer to level 6 on this position 5 Tusk. Like, having that full response plus attack team early on is just so much damage. You can, like, I'm not gonna say one shot, but 2-3 shot these supports.
Minos. Being a little bit more cautious about attending the top lane now with the levels that Faith Beyond does have.
And we can feel that teams are not playing, 100% if this was a game when something would matter. I don't think they would play like that, so they're just chilling.
They're chilling. I like it when they chill.
Makes our job easier. You know, we don't have to be 100% serious.
Well, if they chill too much, we may...
Yeah, we might get fired. No.
If
they're being too clowny, like, we might as well. And yeah, we don't want that.
No.
Frank has level 6 up and Orb of Corrosion.
Oh, Couriers. Goodbye, Techie's Courier. Jin-Q is going to be a little sad. A portion of his soul ring taken away from him. Frank rolling out, rolling in. He's thinking about getting right back over towards Arme, but he is alone.
Yep, they see me rolling, they laughing. No worries, didn't catch anything.
Nothing to say. Build for him. Treads straight into the blink.
I thought you were going to say nothing to say about that roll. Earthshaker level 5. I like that extra point in Fissure instead of having like 1-1-3. Because like lowering the cooldown on the Fissure, the damage, also like the stun duration. Level 2 is okay. It's not like you're going to have a Blink Dagger straight away anyway for the Echo Slam.
8-minute room. Leo Star's going to be able to get it top. Why? Nothing to say. Trying to go for moves. Blast off the mark. Jin-Q not able to find the damage. Arme's coming in for the high ground. Nothing to say with a 2-man RP. Locks down moves. And Frank's still able to get the swashbuckle off. Nothing to say. He's up to the high ground. He'll make it out of there. Faith Beyond's trying to get in on this, but the chance for Minos to just close the gap, get on top of the OD. Thunder Predator to get the 2 kills. As the PSG-LGD having to back right off. Nothing to say. Completely out of regen.
Troll is very fast in terms of like, just the whole team is very quick to react to what's happening on the map. They even bring the Troll who's going for the Battle Fury but still wants to take a fight. And I believe he, like in the middle of a fight, put the raindrop in his backpack because he does not want to waste it. Like he feels very secure that he's not going to die there, but also does not want to waste it. So it's all about the efficiency, all about these small things.
Both teams getting some jelly. Always the core favorite. Very happy with that in a game like this where 2 carries, very happy to be farming away Arme. Once he gets the Orchid, we'll definitely expect some heavy aggression from him.
Who got the second jelly? One on OD and one on Magnus. Yeah, because Nature's Prophet does not really need it. You know, he has this global presence, can easily just refill Y on the bottom. Already used his kit, so cannot do too much.
Coming in with CPs. Frank is rolling in. He'll find Y. Bit of safety brought by the Astra, but Frank's ready to come back round for round 2. Actually going to miss Y the second time. So Y will be fine, Frank. He's looking pretty dead here. As they'll surround him.
They even bring the techies. They brought the most important hero in this team just to secure the kill on Pango. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Troll can start pushing some towers because he just saw a lot of rotations. Nature's Prophet has a TP scroll ready, so he can be the one getting there.
DD rune. And the bottle for Leostar, they're still rolling in on him. He has got a DD. Why? He's very, very low. I mean, he's just immediately dead. The Fissure ultimate position, and now they'll turn over with the control onto Faith Beyond. 2 easy kills for Thunder Predator in the mid lane.
That's an early Yule Scepter pickup by Shadowfin. 10 minutes in and has 1,200 gold on top of that. Like, this is a place where Techies wants to be, so they need to be a bit careful. Was that like one mine that brings him down to half HP?
I think it was just one at the time.
Where's the Raze at? He finds him.
Leo style, perfectly lining it up. The mines are gone. Frank, he's looking for Y. Finds another in the trees. Thunder Predator just getting kill after kill here in the mid lane. Leo
He's
style.
stuck.
He's got the Yule's control, setting up for Frank to close in onto Nothing to Say. Rolling Thunder into the Requiem. Not enough damage though, being as far away as he is. Arme has TP'd in on top.
Big
RP.
RP.
There's the RP for Nothing to Say. Gets both Frank and MJZ. With the skewer forward, he'll land the slow onto Moose. Moose, is he able to make his way out of this? He isn't. The last hit coming in from Faith Beyond.
Ahmed with the big ulti. They went in too deep. Did not expect that much damage coming out from the Nature's Prophet ulti, which is, you know, like already said it in the previous cast, so I can just change things a bit. You know, global finger of death. You know, it's something. I think it's like 650 or 700 on the last deck, which is pretty insane.
You've got to be prepared for that each and every time that you start diving. Arme is going to be quick to attend. And thanks to that fight, Arme is very close to having his Orchid complete. Over towards mid after the blink, going for the Echo Saber, Nothing to Say. Sure, he's got a bit more of a punch himself. Overall, Thunder Predator with a 1k lead. Very close. As Minos has his farm looking the Battle Fury. Pretty much done.
Shaker getting close to his Blink Dagger, so that's gonna help quite a lot. You know, just being able to counter-initiate. Sometimes all you need is a Fisher. They also have Oracle ulti to reset the things. But they don't have the best heroes against the techies. Like, you're a techies expert, right?
Not at all.
Not at all? Why did I think you were?
No, I don't play techie up.
Mid-tech. You never played mid-tech.
I feel insulted, you know. No. No techies for me, thank you very much.
Because I was like, you know, these are not good heroes against the techies. You have no summons, no illusions, nothing that can pop off those mines.
No. Absolutely, yeah, the 3 melee heroes not going to have a great time, and the 2 range are squishy. It's in the river, Frank. He's going for Y. Bit of a bait though. Xinq's ready to turn things around. With the blast
Gets
off.
the silence off.
They'll get him. Successful bait there from Y.
You do understand that we could be here for like 90+ minutes. Are you ready? You got your water.
Be a long walk.
You just ate. Belly full.
Yep, I'm ready for a long one. I hope Chaz as well. Get yourself something to drink, something to eat. Get yourself all cuddled up. Get your blanket out, nice and warm, or nice and cold if it's already too warm. Just prepare for a long one. It's a good one, really. Last one of the day as well. Could be a nice little bedtime game, this one. Or maybe it's morning where you are.
I was always wondering, like, what would happen if 2 teams just, you know, agree we're gonna come into the game, but we're not gonna finish it.
Well, I believe that would probably against a lot of rules. If you agree.
Where are those rules?
I don't
think I've ever read the rules that say, like, yeah, you have to finish the game.
You have to. Well, maybe there's some truth to it. Moose gonna drop down the slam onto Faith.
Good roll.
Gets the angle over towards Arme.
We'll get Arme.
Oh, the mines though, they're causing issues for Moose. Moose can't get over. Xinq able to blow him up. One more rage from Leo Style will do it. Can he quite find
that
it?
was such a quick reaction on Yules.
Oh, Xinq's still alive. He's going to be able to throw another mine out. Frank's in trouble. Frank goes down. Xinq will finally fall. It's 3 dead on both sides.
Leo Style was so quick with the Yule Scepter on a mag. The way he blinked, like he was just Yules. I think he was like precasting it because there was an observer ward on the high ground.
We'll have a look again here on the replay. All things start. Arme trying to deal with the Pango. On both teams, they bring the full forces down it. Just blowing everything onto FaithBeyond, making sure that there's no OD to deal with at the start of the fight. Of course, Frank just finding those angles. Still, Jinkyu just living a little too long for Thunder Predator to really deal with. Back in the action. Heading over to Leo style.
Oh, they got him. They got him real good. Fisher will block him off.
It's a good block. It's going to be allowing Minos to get on top of Arme. Hold back Minos for now with the Astral. Minos, is he going to still try and chase the Orchids out? Minos has to be careful. He's got the backup of MJZ.
Jinkyu is a mean techies player. Like, you can see where he's placing the mines inside the pit that actually trigger outside the pit. Like, I never learn when I play against the techies. Because all I'm doing is, you know, just raging, trying to suppress my rage, not to use the old chat. So, like, I don't learn where the mines are placed or anything.
It's definitely setting up, especially around this mid lane, making it a very dangerous place for Thunder Predator to ever push into. Catch Y here with the Yules. A little bit of time bought with the snowball. The three of them running him down. Y. He's got a nice little attempt with the shards to push himself over the cliff. Not quite able to get that angle. Y goes down. Another kill for Leo Style, keeping him at the top. You know, for first pick SF. Leo Style certainly having a strong game.
Yeah, they're doing good. Level 14, boots of travel, Yules. You're an SF player, right?
No.
If you're not a techies player, like, you have to be SF player. Good
I'm
skewer back.
not an anything player. I'm terrible.
Do you think it's gonna be more of a Arcane Blink type of a game, or Abyssal Blade?
Nah, he's going.
I mean, he just queued it up. Yeah, you're cheating.
I mean, I think he'll go for both. You know, if you're going to do sort of this sort of build, you get the Arcane, and then you're very likely to get the Abyssal afterwards. It's just going to fit so nicely, especially when he's getting at this good time. You know, he's getting away with this because he is top net worth. The Arcane Blink's going to be on at a very good timing this game for Leo Style. And lots of good ways to set up as well. Fisher, Frank coming in with the Rolling Thunder. If they initiate with either of these two and Leo Style's able to find the follow-up, this Requiem is going to do a lot of damage.
I don't think he can blow up. Nothing to say. He needs one more hero. Y is very close.
Moves. He's on to FaithBeyond with the Echo. Astral will keep FaithBeyond protected momentarily. MJZ able to get off the false promise just in time. FaithBeyond finally taken out as Leo Style finishes him off with the raise. Minos able to get over towards Y, and now they're looking to dive in further. The mines go off, but it isn't enough damage to stop Thunder Predator from diving in. Picking up 2 more for Minos. There's nothing to say, the only one surviving. 4 dead on Psg.LGD.
Yeah, techies pickers deserve this kind of treatment. They're gonna take their tier 1 tower. Troll getting slowly out of control, you know, has a full SNY plus a Battle Fury. If they want to go inside the pit, they still have a Center Ward, but you need to be careful. You can see in and out, scout things out, what's happening there. Also minus armor coming up from the Orb of Corrosion, and the Lucky Shot is more than enough. Like Pango, like one of the reasons why Pango is also super strong is because Roshan does not deal any damage to you.
Absolutely not. The RNG normally tends to be good enough to keep it pretty much permanent disarmed, as you wish. That's Roshan. Minos, he's able to pick it up before Psg.LGD can do anything about it. Now Minos, he's ready to fight. Head straight over towards the 2 of them. Up on the high ground. There's some mines set up here. Now head up. Troll on the front lines. Fisher down onto the 3 of them. Frank's leading over with the Rolling Thunder, looking straight towards FaithBeyond. Gets the angle onto both FaithBeyond and Arme. Minos, he's on top of the Prophet. Arme's going to go down. Double kill for Minos, as it's again a cleanup from Thunder Predator. They find the 3 and they lose nobody.
MJZ was quick to using that Fate Seeding straight away during the skewer, so he takes no damage from the mines. Like, we can already see what the Psg.LGD is trying to do, what kind of a game they're playing. One of the reasons why Thunder Predator also banned Pudge. Unfortunately, we don't see him. I would be hyped. You know?
That would have been lovely.
That would have been okay.
Now moves. He wants this techie's dead.
Don't we all?
There we go. No problems from Thunder Predator to just dive like this whilst 3 heroes are dead.
Oh, I love the build on MNZ. get that heart. You know, they don't have any kind of burst damage, so that extra regen, you can go around. You can't be that guy who's picking up all the mines, not caring too much about the damage.
No, an excellent item as well. We just have a period where we're seeing a few more hearts picked up. Very much sort of the tanky item over the Satanic with the changes over the previous patches. This is the beefy boy item, no doubt about it at all. MNZ is going to just be able to walk straight down these lanes with no cares in the world. Nothing to say after some few pretty nice RPs to start things off. It's certainly slowed down a bit for him. As mid lane, coming in with the bots. As a TP over from Leostas is going to set up onto this Magnus. Nothing to say, he tries to skewer out, but they've got him. Jump
They're
onto
playing
the Mac, takes
so
it out.
well, even though, you know, could be a meme game from Psg.LGD, but also first big Shadow Fiend. They're going in. Frank is in.
Frank. He's not getting out. The mines will take him down. They're able to trap MJZ as well. Puts the false promise on himself. Minos still trying to do his best to keep MJZ safe. He's not going to be able to do so. He's got to bail on this one.
That's too much damage. Troll was not with the team. He's holding the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes, but he's like, I still want this heart. I do not want to die to Tekis, which is understandable.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of a dive from them there. Not the easiest of lineups to dive in against. Techies, Magnus, Tusk.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
That's a nasty lineup of heroes to try and go high ground against. Especially when there's still the outer towers up. You're going to definitely run into difficulties.
Still a 6k cold lead for Thunder Predator. Moose using the smoke on himself and Leo style. Arcane Blink done. Going into Abyssal Blade. You were not wrong. This is Shadow Fiend from my pubs as well.
You know, this is the pub Shadow Fiend. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the build. I'm talking about him taking the Philosopher's Stone from position 4 and 5.
He's got to get that money. Minos. He's going for Jin Q. And with the help of the Fisher, he'll find it. More Techies deaths in this game. It's top. Here goes Start. Get got on by White. Just sort of losing heroes up and down the map now, Psg.LGD. Not really bringing any sort of movement together, whilst Thunder Predator still keeping the plays very tight.
They will be able to take this tier 2 tower on the bottom, take over the outpost, going into Scotty, just tanking up. I think he needs to swap. Like, when Troll is in melee mode, like, everything is red. I like the 4 items, but needs to swap phase boots for something and the magic one to be color coordinated.
Ame. He's going for Frank here, and he's found him. We'll put the BKB, worried about the jump in from Leostar as Leostar comes in. But they are ready to go. Ooh, a bit of a whiff there between the Astral and the RP. And now the slam's out from Moose. Leostar's dead, so's the Faith Beyond. A bit of miscommunication there.
Leostar. Oh, the blink to increase the cast point of the Shadow Razors almost gets him.
Meanwhile, in the base, Minos, he has been trapped.
Aegis is gone in 5 seconds.
Oh, it's a little risky. He's still got the back of MJZ with a false promise.
Regeneration kicking in. He managed to take the barracks. We'll take the second one. There's still tier 2 tower on a mid lane. Moose getting caught by Ame.
Can he actually kill him? It's Moose. He's into the trees. Noble in from Y will finish the job, but the rest of Thunder Predator, they're ready to start running at Ame and running at Y. Ame, he's trapped here in his own sprout. Leostar just laying down the razors for the high ground. As that's a dead Ame. Minos pushing down the mid. 11k, 12k lead, it just continues to grow as this is just another game from Thunder Predator where they just have control and they've made the other team look completely lost.
They're still respected the bombs actually used, so they know there are no bombs. I like how MGZ is from the precaution using Fate's Edict just in case, even though Troll is super tanky. He's going into Hood next item. This is what I like to see on the Troll. 25 minutes in, skewer back into the tier 4s. Like, they have a great setup. 4 staffs, they have Astral Imprisonment to set things up, so... With the techies, you never know. We've all been in the situation where we think the game is over, we start clowning, and then it backfires.
No, this is where techies comes into his element. Xingqiu. Agnum's nearly done. As you say, this is all going to plan for the techies. We'll see how well he can hold up the high ground. Set some traps in place for nothing to say to get them with the blink skewer. Thunder Predator do start to try and break the base. Well, I have to see if they can really do any considerable amount of damage to Minos. It's not going to be easy. Incredibly tanky. There's Arme. Oh, Leo style.
He's pretending to be AFK, the classic move.
I mean, he's styling on him. Frank's coming over.
Well, who's styling on who?
All right, I think Arme's the one who wins that one. BKB and a TP out after the Eon disc, he's fine.
Frank with the serious item build, something that we've seen. Who was it? Was it Soneiko with the 4 Hand of Midas queued up? Mid. He's dead.
They weren't ready for that. Moose is getting a jump on nothing to say every time he tries to push out this mid lane. And now Leo style, he's got the setup on a Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond heading over towards White. Laying down the raises, Swashbuckle comes in for the side from Frank, jump across. They are rolling thunders there, Frank finding the angle over onto Faith Beyond. As Faith Beyond will come crashing down straight into the Fissure of Moose.
They have a couple of sentries left to see the mines, but Psg.LGD holding the high ground. Almost full Abyssal Blade done on Shadow Fiend, so they will have something to stop these split pushes coming out from Ame.
He's gone in. It's going to be safe for now by the Snowball. And he's very low. Another Swashbuckle. Arme's dead. He's out of it. They've also ended up losing Y. It's just Xingqiu left alive. He'll try and blast himself back off to safety. Chase attempted by Frank. He's off the mark with the Swashbuckle moves. Looking for the Fissure.
Get him.
The catch. Leo Styles in with the raises. It isn't enough. There's a lot of mines going off. And it will kill Moose.
Tusk bought back. They're still not dealing any damage to the tier 3 tower. Maybe it's time to wait for the Roche. Will respawn in 2.5 minutes. You will have Abyssal Blade done. Troll going into Scotty after finishing Hood. Like, he's just tanking up. He understands they don't have any kind of burst damage, so I'm good to go.
Big fan of this as well. Frank queuing up the Quad Midas. He's feeling confident.
First quarter of this game done, 30 minutes in.
3
left to go.
We'll let this one go for another hour against the techies. If they want to defend like this, might as well start making the money. See if he does actually go for it. I kind of hope he will. Against the techies, it's actually, it's not bad.
Wait, who should get Ags?
No, Midas. I'm saying it the Pango.
Oh.
You know, Frank, he wants to do it. I was like, go for it. You're against the techies. Who knows how long this game's going to be? It will pay itself off. But he's changed his mind. Disappointment from Frank.
What about some meteor hammers? You know, drop them on the tower. Very efficient against the techies. But if you're standing there, you're also, you know, putting yourself in a bad spot for a skewer.
Yeah. I mean, it can work. You can roll in, hammer, roll out. If you get the angle right, you can certainly do it. And it's very hard for Psg.LGD to stop it. But he's going for sensible stuff, or at least that's what he's got queued up now. Going back for the Basher.
I hear the thunder. This is actually the sound of this team.
It is.
Pangolier using the rolling thunder sound and canceling it.
Some beautiful, beautiful sounds from Frank. It's mid lane. Thunder Predator, they're getting ready to go again. The Arcane Rune and the Arcane Blink. On the SF, Leo style. He's going to have all the cooldowns in the world to play with. Raises upon raises.
Level 24.5, wants to buy the book. I don't think he needs it. With the outpost, he will have enough to be level 25. Kind of a waste, but he wants that 25, you know. And the Arcane Rune in the bottle.
Yeah, the
maybe
triple cooldown reduction.
He might be able to just solo Roche with that in the bottle. Let's see if he decides to do it.
Yeah, dude, what are the Rays cooldowns going to be? I do want him to try it. I mean, he doesn't need to. He's also got a troll on his team. Minos can easily do Roche on his own. As Leo Stahl, he's giving it a bit of the old AFK in the base. He's done. He's level 25. He's like, right, boys, I'm finished. You guys can finish off the game. He's probably taking a break, putting his feet up, getting a drink. Minos is dealing with Roche. Now Leo Stahl will see an opportunity to head out towards mid, join the team, just in case the fight's brought to them by Psg.LGD. But it won't be. Psg.LGD just staying very defensively by their base. Moves.
Good block.
Blocks
there
him off.
it is.
There it is indeed. Leo Style in with the Arcane Blink. The Arcane Blink, of course, that cooldown reduction, putting it down to just over a 30-second cooldown on the Requiem. Almost
it's going to be up again in 25, so
yeah,
if he can get another kill. Smoke. They're just having too much fun right now.
I mean, this is just very, very impressive stuff. A team to Leo Style to be able to do this as with a
Nothing
first
to
pick
say.
step.
Watch the bottom lane.
Frank, he's over. On to Faith Bian and on to Y. Y. He's running, swashbuckle in. Faith Bian goes down. Y as well will fall. And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Leo Style, he does it with the Requiem. It's back up thanks to those low cooldowns. They've had enough Thunder Predator. They don't want to waste any more time playing against their techies lineup. They're looking to try and close the game as they're over onto the tier 4s.
It is time to end this. You know, they pretty much had their share playing in the pubs against techies, all that hatred. Like, yeah, you can feel it coming out right now.
Oh, yeah, they want this over. They've had enough. They're trying to put a stop to it. The Sanities comes out. Doesn't do a whole lot at all. As Faith Bian's dead, Minos back to business. Onto the tier 4s. There's 3 dead on Psg.LGD. See if Arme can do anything. He's trying to go for them on the back. He's got to put the BKB and TP straight out. He's having a run. Another attempt here in the Sprout. He'll get out with the BKB. He's away. A bit of distraction taken away from the tier 4s. The last tier 4 still standing very low. I'll opt to take the tier 3 instead. Minos ready to move over towards Xingqiu. Xingqiu.
Get him.
Under the tower, he's rooted. He'll jump out with a blast off. Frank's heading over. Xingqiu nuked down by the raises of Leo Style.
And they can finally go for that throne if they want to.
Oh, Frank?
Frank, not that tanky.
No.
Can't really take 40 hits from the fountain.
Just rolls in. Oh, no. Frank's gone. They haven't quite won the game yet.
Refresher on Shadowfin, so he can use 2 ultis, 2 Abyssal Blades.
He's just so insanely far. 33 minutes, he's pretty much maxed out on the SF. Just a mind-blowing performance from Leo Style. And again, just to emphasize, doing this when you've picked the Shadow Fiend first in your draft. After we've seen so many teams struggle when they get like an SF 5th pick. Thunder Predator, they show that they're that good, they can just do it with a first pick.
Yeah, this is a bit of a clowny game. You can feel the teams are not taking it seriously, but yeah, Thunder Predator looked amazing. They really did. So
Another
did Psg.LGD, but another win in the bank for them.
Was there the
There
jump?
it is.
There we go, the combo again. The Astral to buy a little bit of safety for Arme. He'll come out, put the
He can
BKB.
refresh and go in again with the Abyssal Blade if he wants to.
See if he wants to. He's holding on to it. Minos been trapped for now through the Sprout. I've got everybody back up Psg.LGD, but can they do anything to stop this troll? Minos level 25, Heart Scarred, yes and white. He is completely huged, 4k HP. But they have to try and burst through. Sentries being dropped as an offering around the Ancient. I believe even the cheese placed on the floor as well. Thunder Predator. They are struggling to take down the Ancient. I believe the Sprout causing some problems. Oh, he's in the... Oh, what's going on with Boom
Big
Boom?
Echo in the fountain.
Right, okay. Thunder Predator, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
that's how you go out. With the Rampage. That's what they've been waiting for.
I mean, there's a reason why the fans love this squad. The buyback into giving even more kills up for them. As Thunder Predator, they'll get the win. They'll take the game. And yeah, but they couldn't really end this group stage anyway better than that. You know, what a really suited ending there for them after such a run.
With the Rampage, having fun, you know, beating techies. What more can you ask for?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think they already won over a lot of the fans' hearts at home very early on in this run of the group stage when they started to come out with such excellent Dota. And as you said, ending it with a game where they easily beat a Techies, that's got to have earned some respect from the fans.
Oh, for sure. And let's see what our panel, has to say about